The leader. That's right. God sure is the leader. What about you?
My father.
Your father. Why is he a leader?
He leads us to the right direction.
Okay. Leads us to the right direction. Okay. Okay. What about you?
My Uncle Mitch, because he like the army and never one time he got shot and came back and now he's in DC working as a some police squad. Well, the police squad is a gang.
Okay.
Like that. Yeah, and he helped the whole family out.
Okay.
He made one that helped the whole family out, my grandma.
Okay. Okay. All right. Good example. Good example. Let's look at the next. Qualities of a leader. Now, who can see that and can read it? I want each of you to. I want you to read number 1. I want you to read number 2, and I want you to read number 3. Okay. Okay. Number 1.
Ability to think clearly in the head before the situation arises and have alternatives.
Okay, good job. Good job. Ability to think clearly and ahead before a situation arises and have alternatives, okay?
Control feelings, emotions, make decisions based on the benefit of the group.
That's good. That's right. Just like you said, I think you said your uncle, right? He plays a major role in your family, right? He makes decisions that help your family, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. And number 3.
Social skills, the ability to adapt to the different personalities while accomplishing a common goal. Example, Phil Jackson, a leader, coach.
Okay, y'all remember Phil Jackson? You remember he used to be a coach at Chicago Bulls?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Y'all remember that? Mm-hmm. He had a lot of different personalities, right? He had to deal with. One personality that was a little different was Dennis Rodman. Y'all remember Dennis Rodman? Dennis Rodman, they call him the Worm. He used to dye his hair all different colors and stuff, right? He was different than a lot of the other players. He was different than Scottie Pippen. He was different than Michael Jordan, right? But Phil Jackson, being a leader, being a coach, was able to bring everybody together. And he was able to bring everybody together, and they won 6 championships with different personalities, right? So having the ability to do that takes a person that's a leader, right? Now I want you to read number 4.
Physical capacity. Capacity, ability to deal with stress, tight schedules, handling responsibilities.
Okay. What that means right there, physical capacity means being in shape, working out. Working out. Why you have to work out? So you can deal with stress. Dealing with stress helps you deal with tight schedules. Allows you to be able to have a clear mind and make sound decisions. That's why I exercise every day. You know, I run about 2 miles every day. I work out every day. Train every day. Why? Because it allows me to be in a position to make good decisions because I'm in shape mentally as well as physically. That's important. That's important. How many of you guys work out?
Sometimes. Because I can't work out that much. I have heart surgery.
Oh, okay. 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 Okay, so you work out? Okay, good. What about you? Work out? Okay. Okay. What about you? Sometimes? Okay, that's important.
I do. I try to go to the gym and work out with this thing, or I had a long arm cast.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, as long as you're trying to work out. Now let's talk about success. Who do you define? Who can read that for me? Success. What is success?
A favorable outcome of an action, achieving what you have set out to do. What you have set out to do, right? That's success. Who do you consider successful and why? Who's a success? Who do you consider successful?
Uncle Mitch.
Okay. What makes him successful?
Good. He didn't he was successful because he was lucky enough to come out the army, having been shot 1 time. And that's successful. And he came home helping out the family. That's successful. And now he in DC, being some kind of game cop.
Okay. So he's successful in your eyes because of what he's accomplished. Who else?
I consider anyone who's successful enough to grown up and not be and has not gotten addicted to any drugs or like screwed up their life. Anyone who hasn't screwed up their life.
Okay, that's a good example. I like that. I like that. What about you?
God, because he died on the cross for us.
So he was a success, right? He was a success freeing us from sin, huh?
Mm-hmm.
To die on the cross, okay? Okay, I like that. I like that. What about?
It's like here, but Gandhi, he was successful because he tried to free slavery and civil rights and
Okay. Okay, took a part in helping, abolish slavery, huh?
Oh.
That's a success. That's a success. You guys gave some great examples. What you got?
Harriet Tubman.
Okay, great example.
She went back and freed all the slaves. She went all the way over there to find some land and a home for them to rest in. Then she went back like 30 times to go back and free each one of the people in there. And she was a success because she never got caught.
That's a good point. I like that. Now I want my man down at the end. I want you to read this right here for me, buddy. Can you see from back there? What does that say?
What would it take for you to feel successful?
Okay, that's the question I have for you. What would it take for you to feel successful?
To succeed?
For you to succeed, what would it take for you to feel successful? We talk about what successful means, right? Successful means having a positive outcome, right? Okay, so what would it take for you to have, what are some goals that you have this year in school? And then once you,
To make all A's.
To make all A's. Okay, what will it take for you to make all A's?
Listen in class.
Listen in class? Okay, and what else? Study, that's right. Okay, well that's what it would take for you to feel successful. That's a good example. Anybody else?
feel successful. Like when not getting in trouble that runs successful office, and like if you got in trouble all day and you got like the principal's office like all week, you would try to you would feel successful. But when you try to work and prove yourself that you're not in trouble, you can prove yourself by working to be good. And you have to listen. You have to follow all directions. You have to work hard. And
great examples. Great example. Great example. What about you?
Well, the first time I got it was I was 9 years old when I had got a rib stick, got two wheels on it, and it's a kind of skateboard, two wheels, they always spin around, and I wasn't feeling successful when I first got on it, because I kept on busting my butt every time I got on it. And
he's master at it now.
And by 3 days later, and before I got 3 days later, I knew how to ride it. And I was feeling successful because usually people, it'll take them like 2 weeks to learn how to ride that kind of skateboard, but it only took me 3 days.
Wow. Man, that's great. That's great. So what did it take you to do that? You had to keep... And
for me to get better, they said you could only ride it in tennis shoes. I was out there riding it in Timbs.
Wow.
Falling on my butt every time I get back up, try it again. And the hardest part, about it was the wheels. The scariest part about it was the wheels. They travel 180 around, so they go like this. When you turn, then you gotta move the board like that.
Oh wow!
And I was hurt.
Wow.
I sprained my ankle. But I got back up and did it again.
Okay, stop right there. What did he say right there that made him successful? Did y'all listen to what he said a few minutes ago? What did he say?
Get back up and keep trying.
There you go. That's a good point. That's a good point, buddy. You heard that. How many else heard that? When he got back, when he fell, he got back up. He tried again.
I hurt my foot. foot right here.
You tried again, okay?
It was a big old rash right here, falling off of it. And I got,
I don't think it was a rash. I think you skint something.
yeah, I skint something. It was a rash though, but
You better be careful occasionally.
but I got, but even though
You don't see one of your bones.
even though it was a rash, I just went in the house, got a Band-Aid, and came right back out and rotted it
You
again.
sure it was a
Okay,
rash?
again. Okay, sounds good. Well, let's one more example, and we're gonna go to the next slide. Okay.
Well, really, you can feel successful for accomplishing anything, but every time someone accomplishes something, that's just for everyone in the world. Every time someone accomplishes something, they never feel like successful. That's for everyone. Like everyone always does something next after. They always want to take it, like make a bigger goal after that. So no one actually reaches their top successful level and like say, oh, I reached this, now I'm done.
Right.
Everyone always want to keep going. So like every time you accomplish something. So.
Always want to go to the next level, right?
Yes.
Want to get better. That's right. That's a good point. Good point. We're going to talk a little bit about image because image is important. And image, we're going to get right. We're talking about clothing now. We're going to talk a little bit about image, leadership. But then we're going to talk about image, okay? Because I think we need to know what image is. So who can read that for me? What is image?
He hasn't read it.
Huh?
He hasn't read at all.
You know what? You're right. He hasn't read yet. Come on. I know you got a great voice. He wants to be a commentator. You got to be able to talk, bruh.
What is image? A mental representation, idea, concept,
Conception.
to picture or represent in the mind, image, imagine,
Conceive. Okay. So after reading that, what would you define image as being?
the way you look,
The way you look?
the way you dress.
The way you look, yeah, the way you look, or the way you see something. The way you see something. Let's go to the next page. Questions for you. Who wants to read this?
What is your image of? Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, Barack Obama. Okay, I would pick Kobe Bryant and Barack Obama because I don't like LeBron James.
Okay, well let's talk about, what's your image of Kobe Bryant then? Tell me, what's your image of Kobe Bryant?
What's my image of him?
How do you imagine him? What are your thoughts about him?
Succeed.
Success, huh? Succeed.
And Barack Obama, I got to feel sorry for him because they said that he made the country worse.
Made the country worse.
Yeah, when Bush, he did all the stuff to it.
Right.
And now they blaming Barack Obama for all the stuff. And I guess he ain't gonna be president no more.
Okay. Well, let's see what you have to say about it.
I see all of them the same as like a regular person because they just the same. They have money, they have a job, and they got problems. Everyone has issues, like different issues to deal with. I see them as like a regular person.
Okay. That's your image of them? Okay.
Sometimes I can't say anything about Kobe Bryant or LeBron James, but Barack Obama, since he's the president, everybody looks up to him. But some people I know, I had some friends in school last year saying that they didn't want the president, to be Barack Obama. They would rather have the other guy person because Barack Obama's black. He said Barack Obama didn't want any guns. They kept on blaming Barack Obama, and so they kept on just saying stuff. So I say Barack Obama because he's the first black